to finding the initial basic feasible region, we need to first solve the northwest corner method, point method. So in the northwest corner method, we need to find the northwest number. So here is the source, the demand, which is the 200, 300, 350, and 150. And our supply will be the 250, 350, and 400. So in this table, the demand is 200, unlike the supply is 250. So the demand is less than the supply. So I will allocate the 200 here, since the demand is less than the supply. So the 200 will be cancelled and it will become 0, and the 250, it will become 50. Why? Because 250 minus 200 is equal to 50. So in this area, they are now satisfied. So we gonna cancel this area. So next is in this table, I put 300. The demand is 300 and the supply is 50. So which is the less of? So I put the 50 here because supply is less than 300. So 50 will be cancelled and will become 0, and 300 minus 50, it will become 250. So here 250. So the 250 and 350, the demand 250 and the supply 350, which is the 250 is less than, so 350. So we put 250 here, since the 250 is less than the 300. So 250 will be 0 and 350 will be 100. So since they are satisfied, we need to cancel in this area. So I can't forget to cancel in this area. So cancel and cancel. So in this area, there are empty. We need to pause this. So which is that, since 5 will be the center of 1, and that 350 is, the demand is 350 and the supply is 100. So 100 is less than the supply. So I will allocate 100 here. The 100 will be cancelled and will become 0, and 350. So 100 minus 350 is 250. Cancel. And 400 minus 250 is 150. So 150 and 250 is less than 400. So I will allocate 250 here. Put 250 in the near of 3. Then the 250 will be 0. So as I will be cancelled, and as you can see, the demand and the supply are both the same. So you already copy the 150 and their value will become 0. So now we are now locate the areas, which is the 200 by 3 need to solve. Then 50 by 1. 50 by 1 plus 250 by 6. 250 by 6 plus the 5 by 100 by 5 and the 250 by 3 and last is 150 by 2. The value of the northwest corner point. Second is the less cost method. To get this less cost method, we need to find the less number. So as you can see, 1 is the lesser number. So since 1 is our lesser number and our demand is 300 and our supplies is 250. Since 250 is less than our demand, so I will allocate 250 here, and the 250 will be cancelled and become 0, and 300 minus 250 is equal to 50. So in this second column, 2 is the lesser number, and this part is, since they are satisfied, so we need to cancel this area. And here 2 is the less number, I said early. So the demand is 200 and our supply is 350. So 200 is less number than 300 at 350. So we need to allocate here the 200, and 200 will be cancelled and become 0. 350 minus 200, and it will become 150. So since in this area they are both demand and supply are satisfied, we need to cancel in this area. So in this column, 6 is our less number. So our demand is 50 and our supply, so 150. So as you can see, 50 is the less number compared to 150. So we need to put the 50 here, and the 50 will be 0, and 150 minus 50, so will be 100. In this area, so in this column, they are now satisfied the demand is supply. So we don't need to forget to cancel out in this area since they are both satisfied. So they are now empty. So 100 and 350. 100 is less than the 350, so 100 is our allocate number, and 100 minus 350 is equal to 250. So 400 minus 250. So which is the most less number? So which is the demand? So since demand is our last number, so we allocated 250 here in our three numbers. So 250 will be cancelled, and 450 and 400 minus 250 is 150. So since the demand and our supply are both the same, so we copy 150 here, and they are now cancel and become 0 since they are satisfied, both satisfied. So we should cancel out and cancel. So we now get the last cost, which is the 2 by 1, the 200 by 2, 50 by 6, 100 by 5, and 250 by 3, and the last is 150 by 2. So we need to solve this all numbers. So 250 by 1 plus 200 by 2 and 50 by 6, 100 by 5 plus 250 by 6, and the last is 150 by 2. 2,500. So this is the result of our last cost method. In the Vogel's approximation method, we need to find first the row difference and the column difference. So in this row, the difference of 3 and 1 is 2. So copy the 2 in here. In the second row, the difference of 5 and 2, which is 3. So 3 will be put in here. And the difference of 3 and 2 is 1. So second is, which is their column. So the 3 and 2, the difference of between the 3 and 2 is 1. So copy 1. So the difference in 3 and 1 is 2. Since they are the last number in the column number. And in this column 5 and 3, the difference of their number is 2. And the last number, the difference of 4 and 2, which is the 2. So we need to locate which is the point, which is the center point, is the center point of which is number 3. So in the root 2. So since in the root 2, which is the 2 number, we need to solve in this area. Since the 200 is less number than the supply, so the 200 will be put here, and 1 cancel. 250 minus 200 will be 50. Since this number, they are both satisfied, so we need to cancel this area. Second, we need to find the row difference. So the row difference of 1 and 4 is 3. The difference of 6 and 5, which is 1. And the difference of 3 and 2 is 1. In the column, since this area is done, we need to put line. The difference of 3 and 2, copy 2 since they are same. The 3 and 5 is 2, copy 2. And the 4 and the 2, the difference are 2. So the center of the number, since 3 is the maximum number, So we need 3, and the 3 is in a column 1, which is the 1 is in the center. So 1 will be our maximum number. So since the demand is 300 and our supply is less than our demand, so we put 50 as our allocated, and 50 will become 0. 50 minus 300 is become 250. So since they are both satisfied in this column, we now cancel. Second, we need to find the row difference. The row difference of 6 and 5, which is 1. And the difference of 2 and 3 is 1. So copy 1. So we need to find the column difference. So what is the column difference of 3 and 6, which is 3. Copy the 3. The column difference of 5 and 3 is 2. And the difference of 9 and 2 is 7. So 7 will be our maximum value. Since 7 is in the last part, so 3 will be our given value. So since 250 is greater than our supply, so 250 is allocated, and this will be cancelled to 0. So 250 minus 350 is equal to 100. So since they are both satisfied, we now both cancel. Cancel the row difference, and 1 will cancel, and it will be 3. Cancel into and cancel. So we solve now. So 5. So 250 minus 350 minus 100. So since the supply is less than the demand, so the supply will be allocated here, which is 100, and 100 will be cancelled to 0. So 350 minus 100 is equals to 250. So since they're in this area are already both demand and supply are satisfied, we now cancel. So here in this area, so since 250 minus 400, so since demand is the less number, so our allocated 250 is our demand. Then 250 will be cancelled and comes 0. So 400 minus 250 equal to 150. So since the both demand and supply are both same number, so we need to copy 150 and now cancel and become 0. Now since we are now get the row difference and the column difference, now we find the UNI and VI where the CIG cos UI plus VG where let UI equals to 0. So UI plus V2 equals to 1, the U2 plus VI V1 equals 2, and the U3 plus V3 equals to 5. The U3 plus V2, which is equals to 3, and U3 plus V3 equals to 3, and the U3 plus V4 equals to 1. And to solve this, so 1 minus 0, which is our U2, U equals U1 equals, so the answer is 1. And the 2 minus 4 is equals to negative 2. And our 5 minus 1, in our V3 is equal to 4. And U3, 3 minus 1, which is our V2, equals to 2. And our V3 equals 3 minus 2, which is 1. And the last is our V4 equals 1 minus 2 equals to negative 1. So here are the for our CIG. Find the evaluations of the unused roots, which is the formula of PIG is equal to C1 minus to UI plus VIG. So the unused roots, which is that our 3, 7, 4, 8, 6, and 9. So in the C13, 3 minus quantity of 2 plus 0 plus 2 equals to 1. And our C14, 7 minus quantity of 4 plus 1 equals 2. And our C21, 4 minus quantity of 0 plus 1 equals 13. And 8 minus quantity of 2 plus 2 equals 4. And 6 minus the quantity of 4 plus 1 equals 1. And 9 minus quantity of 4 plus 1 equals 4. As you can see, there is no negative. So, since there is no negative, the negative evaluation, therefore it is optimally reached and it is not possible to reduce the cost. That will be all, and hope you get some ideas and you get some learn from me, and thank you for watching.